behind.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to stand.
It goes over here.
What?
Well, that was a great.
No, I know.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. One more.
Oh, there's one more?
Does it look
One
like
more.
it's not very focused though?
Who's that
I'm
for?
so blind I can't. It's always out of
Jim,
focus.
Jim.
Hang on, James. Sorry, we have
Look
one
like
little
it's-
technical. Just
Out of focus?
looks like it's out of focus.
that normal?
Does it autofocus?
No, it's manual. So you just turn the
Turn
light.
Oh, Jesus.
She'll got it.
Oh, okay, that's better.
Over this morning or last?
Okay.
Yeah, it just says to Grandpa. It doesn't say who it's from. What?
I'm the old guy here.
We're gonna need some scissors.
Just move your stuff. Sit down on the floor then. You want to be in the picture?
Just read the first page.
Just the first page.
Just the first page.
Just the first page.
You can let him leaf through it.
Read it out loud.
I will present to you a collection of letters with very few memories. Try to express how much you need to each of us. These notes may not truly encapsulate just how much we really enjoy.
Hang on. So,
So we've all written some stuff. So
we're all gonna read it to you.
We'll read it.
Okay. So Kristen's first.
Okay.
You want some water first?
Do you need a light?
Dear Grandpa,
Put the light.
Ish.
where do I begin? Well, you always say I'm your world, but you are my universe. It may not feel like it though, from me being 4,382.5 kilometers away.
She Googled it.
Hearing from you truly makes my day. I constantly miss your bright smile, those delightful eyes, and that you always have that wonderful sparkle. The constant joy that I feel when you are nearby, and most of all, the biggest, most giving, and loving heart around. I constantly miss your kind words, whether it is motivational advice or your endless compliments. The one thing that makes me feel so awful is that I do not get to see you enough. If I had the chance to at least visit you every weekend, if I could spend every weekend with you, I would. Together, we would watch movies, any sports game that's on, or The Social. We would share one thing that we both absolutely love that doesn't include each other, which is food. You would make me beautiful steak dinners, and I would use Grandma's recipes to bake for you. Sometimes we would go for coffee, or sometimes for ice cream. We would go to Earl's for that delicious brownie dessert, or have dinner at Swiss Chalet. You would tell me about your past and inspire me to grow and push myself. I would tell you what my future will shape out to be and explain how a life like yours is what I picture mine turning into. And by that, I mean the way you treat people. I want to thrive off giving to loved ones, always supporting and smiling, fighting through the tough times to embrace the great times. And want to make cheesy jokes, but still make everyone in the room chuckle because you're purely charming and funny.
You sure you want to do that?
But I would remind you that I want you to feel loved, because you are needed and important. We would create memories that I would cherish for the rest of my life. Sadly, I do not have the pleasure of visiting you every weekend. But we have right now to enjoy each other's company. Even when I am home again, though we may be far apart, the connection will remain the same. It will stay full of love. So even if I'm living on the other side of the country, I will always have you in my heart, guiding me in the right direction. Sorry. And reminding me.
Kleenex box.
And reminding me of how thankful I am to have such a wonderful grandpa. I want you to know that I love you. I want you to know that I'm so happy to be here with you and spend such precious time with a precious person just like you. I want you to know that even though you say I mean the world to you, you mean more than just the world to me.
Wow. Good luck to everybody else.
Why was she first? She's the youngest.
That's why she's the only girl.
Yeah.
Three on this is slow.
Okay.
Just a hit.
Go for it.
ahead,
I
Tom.
don't think it's
Grandpa, I can't imagine what my life would have been with.
there we go.
I'm sorry. I can't imagine what my life would have been like without yours, without your presence in it, your influence on it, and your infinite youthfulness always emanating to it. I'm very thankful for you, and I love you beyond what all these words can say. For a very Merry Christmas. Love, Tyler. P.S. The fact that you bought us Raptors tickets. I love the fact that you also got us Raptors tickets. I've never been to an NBA game for. And the next page. 10 reasons why I love Grandpa. Number 1. I love that you're always there, for me and for all of us. I love the way you inspire me to be more than I am. I love your sense of humor, as sometimes corny as it may be. I love how infectious your laugh is. I love how you can brighten up an entire room just by walking in. I love the twinkle in your eye when you talk. I love how special you make me feel when I talk to you. I love how you respect everyone, whether it's a waitress, a neighbor, or a family member. I love that you learn how we use technology. How to learn how to use technology. I think that's awesome, given that I'm in tech and I love it myself. And despite the fact that it kind of gets on your nerves sometimes and maybe it was frustrating.
It calls you 25 times a day.
Yeah.
Tech support line, Tyler speaking.
Exactly. And most of all, I love that all the dogs in the family love you too, especially Zeke. He misses his sons.
Thanks, Tyler.
For Grandpa. How to sum up so much love and respect for one guy. You truly are one of the biggest role models I have in my life. You're the type of person who just has to walk into a room with your beaming, radiant smile and lifts the whole atmosphere of the
There's
place.
a theme here, right?
Yeah.
Your kindness, your big heart, your charisma, your wit, your intelligence, your generosity, and your unconditional love define you. You are the cornerstone to this family. Look at how much we all love each other and how connected we are. This is pretty rare for a family to have. This is all because of you. The love and dedication you show to this family is insurmountable, and it passes down through the generations. I can only hope when I mature and grow up that I'll continue this tradition, because family is so important. I also love all of the stories that you share about yourself when you were younger in the Navy. I can't remember how many times I've retold the story about my cool grandpa who used to beat the crap out of anyone in the box. And he was also the starting quarterback at the same time.
So he tells us.
There's evidence.
One of the ones that is most important to me is when you finally agree that Air Canada is a terrible company and WestJet is way better. Merry Christmas.
Good job, Jared.
Oh my God. Okay.
Just so you know, there's pictures that go along with all these.
Yeah,
so
You'll get the book after you can read through it all.
Get comfy for this one.
Okay. A tribute to Grandpa. Halliburton, Ontario, 2012. It wasn't that long ago, so I still remember it well. We were up at the cottage for a little Christmas getaway, our own little winter wonderland up north. Devin, my mom, my dad, you and I, and even Chino. I have such fond memories of that time. I loved being up there with everyone, and I was especially happy to have been able to hang out and spend my holidays with you. One particular memory that I have came very early in the morning one day during our stay up there. Being the time of year that it was, this also meant that the World Juniors were going on. The tournament was in Russia that year, I believe, so the game times began in the middle of the night. I should clarify. It would be the middle of the night for most people, but for you, I guess it's more accurate to say that it was first thing in the morning. As it was, and is, part of my holiday tradition, I knew I had to get up and watch, even though they would be replaying the game later on. 4:20 a.m. hits, the alarm goes off, and I drag myself out of bed and downstairs to where the TV was. I flick on the game and get a fire going. Everyone was still fast asleep. About 5 minutes go by, and I hear someone coming down the stairs. I had a pretty good idea of who it was going to be. Just like Santa Claus coming down the chimney, there was my grandpa shuffling down the steps. Bundled up in your navy blue sweats, your big cozy white hoodie, and a toque, you took your seat beside me, and we watched the game, just the two of us. By the end of it, the sun was just starting to rise, and to be honest, I don't even remember who won or who Canada was even playing for that matter. But I remember sitting there with you quite vividly, just watching hockey with my grandpa. I know this may seem like an odd memory to write to you about. It wasn't really a big milestone in my life or yours. In the grand scheme of things, it was just a small moment in time. But I remember it well. I remember looking over at you during the game at one point and feeling a sensation of pure gratitude. I felt so thankful to have you there with me. Even though this wasn't a significant moment, it reminds me of many, many other little moments that I can remember sharing with you at different points in my life. Going back as far as when I was just knee-high to a grasshopper. Over the years, it's dawned on me that when you start to string together all those little moments, the result has been anything but insignificant. It's these small moments that I love you for, Grandpa. All of them. You've always been there for me. You're always in my corner. I've been lucky enough to have you close by for pretty much my whole life, and I don't take that for granted for 1 second. You're one of my best friends, and I cherish every minute that I get to spend with you. So here's to all these little moments of the past, and many more to come. I love you lots, and I'll always be in your corner too.
Here, here.
Well done.
So it went from youngest to oldest.
All right.
Can you see?
Barely, yeah. Getting old here, Grant.
Want my glasses down?
Okay. An ode to Grandpa. He loves people, a hug or a handshake, always ready to say hello. An appreciation for human interaction, endearing in his approach. He was once 16, 19, 25, and 30. He's
29.
29, 30 in a month. He's been there. He's attempted new things. He's failed. He's experienced loss. He's gotten up, moved on, triumphant in his career, proud of his family. Always ready to walk around the block, to push me in my red car, to pick me up from school, never late. Snacks a must. Chocolate glazed donuts. My favorite. A not so sly handshake with a $20 bill.
Creasing the palms.
No matter how cold the rink, always in the stands. Thumbs up and a smirk during warm-ups. The gift of gab, the cunning ability to carry conversation, an even better ability to start conversation. He's a linguist, a chatterbox, a real storyteller. He lifts you up with his words, makes you laugh with his comments. He can enlighten you with wisdom and guide you with advice. He's opinionated. He'll tell you like it is. Always up for a healthy debate. He'll win without knowing anything about the subject.
Classic.
He's a convincing wordsmith, jousting with simple truths. But he speaks most when he isn't speaking. His eyes can tell you all you need to know. He communicates best with his smile, his strong, confident demeanor, reassuring in the face of difficult times. As much as I tell him I love him, I'm not sure he knows just how much. Here's looking at you, Gramps.
Love you. You guys, that was awesome. All of you.
Awesome.
All of you.
It's just awesome.
Great.
And this is the book.
Yeah. I'll
Jamie
look through, Pop.
really put all this stuff together. So you can take a look at all the pictures.
The grandpa of the world. We got a nice shirt.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Dad.
Merry Christmas.
We love you.
We love you.